It's a video. Oh. Day 2.
Oh, there's a person there. What? I'm okay. I'm okay. No one saw that. Luckily. Yeah, but fuck you. Ooh, look at that tree.
Mom! Mom! Oh my god, you can't even be like you. Did I take a picture with...
Look at that dinosaur.
Now we're starting our journey here in the Little Aturi Forest, and if you look over here to the left, you can see a couple different animals. The lighter colored antelope without the horns is a greater kudu, one of the tallest antelope, measuring up to 5 feet at the shoulder. The darker colored one with the horns is a bongo. Bongos are also known as ghosts of the forest, because they're rarely seen, usually in hiding, a little more shy and reclusive. Another bongo up there on the left as well. Both the male and female bongos do have the horns, unlike the greater kudu. For the greater kudu, only the male will have the horns. Oh, I think I see a black rhinoceros laying down over here on the left. They're laying down over there. That's a pretty rare sight. There's only about 5,000 black rhinos left in the world, sadly due to poaching and destruction of habitat. Rhinos don't have natural predators. Humans are the only threat to them. Alright, we're going to be making our way over to the Safi River. The Safi River is usually a great spot to see Nile crocodiles. Might even see some Nile hippos. So let's head over to the Safi River and see what we can find over there. Alright, if you look over here on the left, you can see a few hippos in the water there. Hippos can stay submerged underneath the water for about 8 minutes before they come up for air. And hippos are known as some of the most aggressive and dangerous animals in Africa. They're very, very territorial. On the center island here, and swimming in the water, you see the white birds with the gray feathers. Those are the pink-back pelicans. The pink-back pelicans get their name because during mating season, they'll develop pink feathers on their backs. And they'll have a wingspan anywhere from 6 feet all the way up to 8 feet. Another hippo underneath the water down there. A group of hippos is called a bloat.
This is all for Itachi. This is all for Itachi.
Alright, just up here on the right side of the truck, you'll see this weird looking tree. That's a baobab tree, also known as the upside down tree because of the branches looking like roots. Baobab trees will remain leafless about 9 months out of the year and can live to be about 2,000 years old. Alright, now this over here is one of my favorite views of the Serengeti grasslands on the savannah. This overlook here. These grasslands can stretch for thousands of miles all throughout Africa, home to a lot of different animals living together in this unique ecosystem. When a lot of people think of Africa, they think of grasslands like this, but Africa has many different ecosystems with many different animals living in each of them. And if you look over here on the left, we got more giraffes, including some younger ones there. A group of giraffes is called a tower, which is a pretty fitting name for them, since they tower above all other animals, being that they're the tallest.
Are they really? No, they're
A giraffe will be fully grown at the age of 3, so those ones there are pretty young still. Probably almost a year old, close to that. You got another baobab tree back on the right. Another name for the baobab tree is the tree of life, because they can store thousands of gallons of water, allowing them to survive the long droughts here in Africa. If you look on the left side of the truck, on top of that rock, looks like there's a couple mandrills over there. The male mandrill be a lot larger than the females, and he'll have the brighter coloring on his face and his legs. A male mandrill is one of the largest monkeys. They are monkeys because they do have tails. Their tails are just very small. And an African elephant down there on the right. Usually when you see elephants by themselves, it's a good sign that it's a male. The male African elephants tend to be more solitary, usually prefer to be on their own or in smaller groups of 1 or 2 other males. Made it off that bridge. And it looks like we have found the red clay pits. Now there are some tusk marks here in the clay, a good sign that elephants are in the area. Like I said, they'll eat the red clay for nutrition. Oh, I see a couple of them over there on the left already.
Hello, we found you.
Usually when there's a couple elephants over here, there's usually a whole herd of them. So see if we can find some more up ahead. Oh yeah, it looks like there's one out in the clearing there. Might be able to get a better view of that one as we go around this little bend here. You see the elephants flapping their ears? They do that as a way to keep themselves cool. Elephants flapping their ears can cool their body temperatures down to about 15 degrees.
Wow.
And there's quite a few more elephants up ahead. It's a good sign that these are the females. The younger ones could be males. Boys will stay with their moms till they're about 13 to 15 years of age before they go off on their own. The girls, however, will stay with their moms pretty much their entire life, sticking together with a herd. These girls will have a matriarch, where the oldest and largest female will be in charge of all the others, kind of like the leader of the group. These elephants can eat about 300 pounds of food a day. A fully grown African elephant will weigh anywhere from 2.5 tons all the way up to 7 tons. Now, when baby elephants are first born, they're born about 250 to 300 pounds. Let me see the other elephant over there on the left. Yeah, elephants, like rhinos, don't have any natural predators. Humans are the only threat to them as well, due to poaching and destruction of habitat. Well, looks like there's some elephants in the water over here. There's a little baby elephant in the water there too. Up here on the left are some greater flamingos. Greater flamingos are some of the tallest flamingos. They're also some of the lightest colored. They get their coloring like all flamingos because of their diet. They eat a lot of brine shrimp, which has beta-carotene, giving them the pink feathers that you see here. A group of flamingos like the ones on the left is called a flamboyance. It's a flamboyance of flamingos. Alright, up ahead here on the left side of the truck, you'll see the zebras. These are Grant zebra. Grant zebra have a little bit wider stripes than most zebras. And for defense, the zebra have very powerful back legs. The zebra's back legs are so strong they could break the jaw of a lion.
Recording. Guys, I'm recording.
But like we didn't count until we all got together. Like
Well, time to get wet. There's a geyser right there.
oh God! Oh, Angelica, I feel sorry for you. That was literally
Oh shit.
that was literally over your head. I was like, oh, I feel sorry for you.
Oh. Oh. Oh shit.
What's going on? Oh my god.
Oh, fuck me. Oh my god, Angelica. I recorded it. Angelica.
Yeah. I'm right here. Okay, mate. Nah, hey, I don't do accents.
I mean, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if I'm talking British. I feel like it's a slight.
Oh my god. I'm trying to vlog here.
Leans a little bit toward the Australians.
I can't believe I'm putting this in the vlog.
Can you hear what I'm saying through that?
I'm still captioning this. I might have to put subtitles for what you're saying.
Put little stars in a British accent.
And subtitles.
Yeah, Jay, her posture is really bad.
Great. Welcome to the Avatar program. Soon, you're going to have a chance to undertake an amazing Navi rite of passage, flying on the back of this powerful animal called an Ikron, or as we call it, a Banshee. The way you're going to do this is by being matched to something called an Avatar. And I'm here to help you guys get ready. But first, we have to scan you for Pandoran microparasites. Alright everyone, stay on your number and move your arms a bit. Okay, start scan. You all got them. But don't worry, they're very common around these parts. Let's start the decon.
Initiating GMR decon.
Stay still over your number, you're not going to feel a thing. You're doing great. Almost done, man.
They're all clear.
Great. Now let's go over how all this works. Like I said before, you're going to be matched to these things called avatars, which look a lot like the Navi. They're created by blending human DNA and Navi DNA. Once we match you to an avatar, thanks to a special link chair, your mind will be able to control that avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. She leads our science team, which is part of the Pandora Conservation Initiative, and we're here in the Valley of Moara studying banshees and their environment. Over a generation ago, this enormous company called the RDA created a lot of damage to the area through their bad mining practices and conflicts with the Navi. Just like on Earth, it can take decades for ecosystems to recover. One way to understand what's going on with an ecosystem is to study what are called keystone species. These are animals like tigers, jaguars, seals. The banshee is one of these important animals. Pandora is a breathtaking natural world. I cannot wait for you guys to see it for yourselves. So, let's get ready for our next... Huh? I'll be right back. Put the standby system on, quickly.
Standby. We're looking into delays with the genetic matching system. Starting system-wide diagnostics. Help us out and move around a little. Starting recalibration tests.
Tastes way better with that.
I haven't tasted that maybe in like a month.
There it is! Your cupcake!